Welcome back to On the Ride.
Yes.
I'm Mateo, this is Hunter, and this is our fourth podcast.
Yeah, look, we're getting all technical now. We're riding on whiteboards.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Welcome back. We just want to mention our last podcast. We had the great Nathan Pye.
Our first ever guest.
Yeah, I've never met anyone like that man.
No, if you see it, you'll know exactly what we mean.
He's an alien. He took our show from a G-rated for family to a R-rated because
easily R17.
Yeah. If there was a higher, close to X, but not, we were almost on Pornhub.
Almost.
Yeah, but and then also we just want to thank everyone for following us on Instagram. We've slowly gotten. It's only 20 followers, but we've done nothing really to gain those.
Yeah. So we're happy that you guys are finding us.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't
exactly.
know how they would have found us.
So.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's time to run the intro.
Well, guys, welcome back to our podcast, the podcast where we talk about controversial topics. So, how do you feel about abortion, Mateo?
Yeah, so I'm a huge anti.
Just kidding. That is not what we're talking about.
I'm definitely pro. Anyways.
Yeah, when I was telling my sister about our podcast, she's like, just don't talk about politics because you're just going to gain like half of them. And I'm like, well, it's kind of good because you and I are like, I feel like we're both
split.
Yeah, we're split, but also not like super crazy.
Yeah, I feel like neither of us are like.
So like if we were ever
opposite ends.
And I feel like if we were ever to talk about something like that, we'd have both sides. So I feel like that's good. But so definitely don't talk about abortion on our fourth podcast at least. That'll turn off
for the next week.
Yeah, podcast number 5. But here's our coffee or our drink of the week. It's
what is it?
So it's a coffee. It's just a coffee milkshake. It literally has
looks so good.
Instant coffee, a teaspoon of instant coffee, like the coffee itself. Some milk.
That's really good.
Yeah, some milk, some sugar, vanilla extract, and chocolate syrup.
It's really good.
It is
like
really better.
One of the best coffee milkshakes I've had.
Yeah, look at that. So that's gonna be 3/4 cup milk, 2 teaspoons of white sugar, a teaspoon of instant coffee mix, what else? A teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 teaspoons of chocolate syrup, 6 ice cubes, mixed all together creates this, and that's 1 serving. So
that's so good.
It's pretty good. A lot better than our last drink.
Whoa. What were they, warm?
No, they were. Yeah, they were warm. Yeah.
They were gross.
Nathan tried chugging his because he didn't like it that much.
We ended up drinking them all.
Yeah, after the podcast, we made a pact and we all just chugged the rest of it. And then we were drunk.
I don't know.
Yeah, was it worth it? But anyways, I feel like last week we put 2 podcasts together in 1 week.
Yeah.
So we had a little less.
Busy.
Yeah, we had less to talk about, but I had a busy weekend. What'd you do?
Mine was really relaxing. It was Easter weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Just hanging out with Carrie.
True. That's always nice. Easter weekend's usually a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this weekend I went back home. I went jet skiing. So that was fun. Have you ever been jet skiing?
No, I haven't.
Me either.
Oh, this was your first time?
No, no, it was not my first time. But prior to Gabby's family getting jet skis, I had never been. This was my 3rd time.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, they're kind of intimidating. Not gonna lie.
How come?
Well, all right. So if you go by yourself, it's not bad. But so I'll get on with Gabby and the first time she was driving, because I literally didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And so I was on the back and you hold on to them. Yeah. But the seat's not that big. even though it's like made for 2 people. So like, and then you hit waves, and you're constantly hitting waves. So then you're like bouncing up and down, and then like, you know, she just accelerates too quickly without you like holding on. Like I almost fell off this past weekend one time. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But it's still fun. But when you're going by yourself, it's a lot more fun because like you can control it.
Yeah.
And do all those things. But highly recommend.
Dang, I want to. I remember as a kid growing up, I played this like jet ski racing game on my like PS2.
Yeah. That sounds fun. I'd play this like snowboarding game, and it was like stupid, but you had like the snowboard itself, and you'd like stand on it, and then you'd like, if you wanted to go right, you know, you'd like lean forward, and it would like sense where your feet were.
Nice. I remember those. Oh,
it's pretty high tech for like.
If you think about
how
then,
yeah,
exactly. That was like before the Wii and like everything.
Yeah, and then and that reminds me, Gabby's like, her like stepdad. Mm-hmm. He got like Rock Band and like Just Dance. So he bought like a PlayStation because of the quarantine and all that.
Yeah.
So they've been doing all that, and it was a lot of fun.
That's so much fun. All those games, like I don't know how to call them, like dance family games, like you know the group games.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah, I tried. Gabby has a video of me like doing Just Dance to Old Town Road, and it's funny. And you like get there, and you're just like.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she sent that to me.
Yeah, probably. It was, and they were like, "Get up and dance," and then Eric got up and started dancing, and I was like, "Oh."
Eric was really into it.
Yeah, and then, so I wanted to get up there, and then one of her like sister's boyfriends was there, and then they're like, "You guys need to get up and do it," and then I was like, "Okay," because I don't know, I've dated her for so long, like her family, I know. That they like weren't gonna let me like not do it, you know, like it was like I just had to like do it once, and then like the rest of the night would be fine. Yeah. So then I got up and did it, and it wasn't that bad. It was fun, but
that's funny.
Oh man, yeah. But when I was jet skiing, like we would see all these like boats, right? Yeah. And like obviously that's like an end goal for me. I would love to have a boat. I love like tubing.
Yeah. Tubing. I've never been tubing.
Oh my gosh.
To go tubing.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I'd love to go.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Well, my friend that had a boat lives in Utah now. So screw you, Barry. yeah. Barry.
You do the boat?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit up your dad so we could use his boat.
Nice.
But yeah, tubing's really fun. I remember like just riding on the tube, and he would just like swerve it, and like I swear you would go like you're on one side, and then all of a sudden like you would literally like there were times where I felt like I was in the air and I was just flying across, and I was
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I didn't fall off, but like so sometimes you're like holding on, and usually you start with your knees like on the circular tube, and my knees like fell off, but I was still holding on, so then it started going where your like body was just kind of
your body's just like hitting the waves.
Yeah, and I like, so what happened was, how I ended up getting off was like, you could like tell them to like cut it and like to stop. So I did that, but it was because my knees fell off. So half my body was in the water, right? So like, it wasn't that bad, but then like the water started getting under like my like bathing suit. So it started pulling off my bathing suit. And I was about to just be flashing the whole world and lose my bathing suit.
That's awesome.
So I stopped them. But all those are fun. Like
all those water sports.
Yeah, my friend... I think I've told you, my friend Brandon, he was with us one time, and we were kneeboarding, and like, it's really hard to start kneeboarding because you have to like hold the kneeboard up, and then you like put one knee on while you're like kind of like waiting, you know?
Okay, so it's like balance.
Yeah, and then you like tell him to go, and then as he goes, you have to like perfectly pull your other knee up, right?
Oh,
so Brandon was doing it, and we were going, and then he went to pull his like second knee up, I guess, but like missed. So then his other knee ended up falling down. But he didn't want to like let go, so like he just kept like hitting like his like he kept just smacking against the board.
Poor Brandon.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen though. I think.
Awesome. I think that's the time when you invited me.
Yeah, I've probably invited you most times. Carrie came with us the one time.
Yeah.
And Caitlin and Lewis and I mean him and his girlfriend, but yeah, those are good times. But yeah, I mean, the end goal I guess is to get a boat. But I realized
that's crazy.
You know, like, yeah. How do you know if someone's rich, right? Like, I feel like it's if they own a boat.
The boat, man. The boat, the house.
Yeah, but like, because, I don't know. Anyone...
Because you see a lot of people who, I feel like, will live in like a 2-bed, 2-bath house, but they'll like drive a Land Rover, and they also like live in the ghetto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the car doesn't tell you, for sure not, because I feel like you can pretty much get a car, no matter what. The house, I feel like that's a good signifier.
Yeah, but then again, like people can, that could be like their purchase, and they purchase it, and then they like can't really, that's all they're paying,
Oh, that's true. So they don't do anything.
So I feel like if you have a boat though, the boat is such a large expense like right away.
Yeah.
That like
you need to have everything else like.
I feel like you're pretty well off. Like because no one that lives in, like you were saying, like in the ghetto or like in a 2-1 like with a Land Rover in the ghetto is gonna have a boat.
Exactly.
But I can see someone that's living like in just like a nice like 3-bed, 2-bath like house.
Modern home.
Yeah, like in like a decent neighborhood. I could see someone like that having a boat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But then so I don't know. Actually no. I take that back. I can't really see that. Because like where the heck are they gonna store it? You know how like boating is so expensive.
Because first of all, the boat itself is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You need fuel for your boat, maintenance fees to like just upkeep it, because it's like a car, you gotta upkeep it. Storage, where are you gonna store that thing? If you're not storing it on property you own, you're paying like a boat,
a lot
or whatever it's called, just to store your boat, and that's just so much already. And then imagine if like something bad happens to your boat and you need to get it like repaired.
Maintenance. Yeah, and then
insane. I
learned like if you live up north in the winter time, you have to like be able to do like weird things where you like, it's called like winterization, and they like cover the whole thing, and just like cars, I guess you put like or I don't know, you do something to it. I don't want to say it because I sound like an idiot.
Yeah. To like keep it preserved for the winter. Yeah,
so I realized while we're all like quarantining as college kids in like apartments.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of rich people still having the time of their lives right now.
Yep.
Like people were like,
not much has probably changed for them.
Yeah, people are tubing, but also just for our one friend that likes to say we're not like I'm not self-distancing enough. Like boating is allowed. They say. I mean, you still have to keep it within like the 10 people.
I mean, it's like I feel like it's like driving a car. Like you can still drive your car.
Yeah.
You can still drive.
That's
your
true.
boat.
But so you just have to keep it within 10 people, and then I guess boats technically the rule is like you have to stay like 50 feet apart from each other.
Like each boat.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
But like when they're resting, like you could drive by people, but like, So just so you know, I'm still social distancing everyone.
Nice.
Other than Mateo and I being like
this close,
5-6 inches apart from each other.
And that's on the podcast.
Yeah. We're screwed. the CDC is gonna arrest us.
I hope not.
Yeah. Also, I started my job again.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm starting to make money again, which feels exciting. Really good. Yeah. So. Making money's good. Yeah, that was always stressful. I was kind of worried about how long this was gonna last, because I was like, if I don't start if I'm not able to come back until mid-May or June. There's gonna be time where I'm just like strapped, but hopefully, even if I just work like 2 weeks, really is like a month of rent. So that's enough for me. But so
April's coming to a close. I feel like
halfway through at least.
So you're for sure gonna need that rent soon.
Yeah, but also that's when That's when like the whole May thing is
supposed to kick in.
Yeah, like how we're only on stay at home until May 1st, but I don't know. So hopefully people are starting to go back to work in May. But
who knows?
My older aunts were telling me that that's going to be for more. I don't know how they know. I mean, they watch the news, I guess, because that's what like older people do. But
they're more informed. Yeah,
they were saying that that's like states that aren't as like impacted, like states in the middle of nowhere that no one wants to live in anyways. Yeah. So like Florida, we're screwed. No. Yeah, Florida, New York, California. New York's, I don't even know, man. New York has like more virus people than like any other country in the world.
It like makes sense though.
Yeah, it does, because people fly in there and
also just like the sheer amount of people within like such a small space. Like, it's bound to spread like crazy, like wildfire.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I figure
hopefully in mid-May.
I'm just hoping.
Like the most.
Yeah.
I just want to go to a pool.
I just want everything to be normal again. You know, like, and it stinks that they're already stopping like colleges from like having like physical classes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that's gonna mean for like my graduation, my postponed graduation. Because watch them like postpone it again to December.
But they can't, because like then other kids are like already graduating in the summer, and then
exactly.
what happens? You know, you can't just keep pushing these things back.
Exactly. So. I don't know. Well, see, at that point though, you know, like, would they really have to wait until December? Couldn't they just do it? You know, like, I don't know why. Like, I assume the main reason they pushed it back to July was because like summer there's not a lot of graduating people, but also the longer we push it back, the less likely we are to like do that, right? But like, say July comes around, they're like, oh, we don't know, because like all school right now is like online. So why, like, I don't know why they wouldn't just be able to push it off like end of August, end of September. But I don't know, man.
Hopefully.
This whole coronavirus is just, it gets me so antsy. Yeah.
It gets me antsy too.
So bottled up.
Same. Just want to go out. And it's raining today, which is like worse.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like,
I hate the rain.
I like the rain, but
yeah.
It's
because you're a 4. We were talking about this. Yeah.
What is that called?
Enneagram
the
test?
Enneagram test? Or
something like that, yeah.
Enneagram?
Yeah, Mateo and I took it. Mateo's a 4.
I'm a 4.
Apparently.
I just look forward to disaster, apparently.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That was like insane.
That was a long time ago.
But also, just the idea that there are people out there that are 4s is just...
I just don't... I guess maybe that's true. I just can't imagine.
But like one of the things...
Like actually...
The bingo that you took were like 4s. Like, it's like, oh, these are what 4s like...
Oh my god,
yeah. Yeah, one of them was literally looks forward to breakups.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, enjoys funerals or something like that. Like, what the... No, there's no way someone out there... If like, there is, they need help.
Yeah.
Like, immediately. Like... But...
That's a wild thing to be excited for.
Yeah. Anyways, only 4s like the rain. Because rain is depressing. So... But anyways... You know what I want to do? I want to start traveling again. That's what I miss.
Ooh, me too. What's the last place you traveled to?
Oh, actually, for some reason I was thinking Costa Rica. This weather is reminding me of Costa Rica, just like this rain.
Like, yeah.
But like, and Costa Rica was still so beautiful, but like this is just the weather that reminds me of it. But I went to Toronto and Niagara Falls over winter, which very questionable to me. I had a great time, but like, it was like...
Why would you go there?
It was like 10 degrees, you know, like it was cold. It was so cold.
I've never been that cold.
Yeah, and it was insane, and it was like snowing, and it was like one of my first times like really seeing snow, so it was really cool.
That's nice.
And Niagara Falls is like beautiful. Toronto was like really nice. So I guess it matters what you want. What?
Did you see Drake?
No. Well, we're over. He owns like some apartment complex.
Okay.
That's like in Toronto, and we saw that. Went to the Poop Cafe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Went
to the.
Did it gross you out?
No, it was like weird. It didn't gross. Yeah, it didn't gross me out because of the like.
You know.
Like the setting or anything.
Yeah.
It grossed me out because the food just was not good.
Oh.
And it was a dessert
for
the most part. So it was like ice cream, and the ice cream.
For the most part.
The ice cream would come out in like.
Toilets, right?
Yeah, toilets, and you're sitting on the toilet and all this stuff, and like.
Everything's just like bathroom themed.
Yeah, but it was like, so we got like rolled ice cream, and the rolled ice cream just wasn't good.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
We'd expect a place like that to be like, but maybe, I'll take that back. Maybe you'd expect a place like that to be terrible because the only thing they have going for them is the fact that everything looks like a bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why it brings in so many people,
right?
just because of that. But yeah.
Because if the rolled ice cream was good, they wouldn't need anything else to like help them out, you know?
Yeah. But when I was in Toronto, we went to a bunch of things, but my favorite, the Toronto Zoo, is insane. It's, first of all, it's so enormous. Like, it takes like all day, like easily all day if you want to see everything. And like sometimes people aren't able to like see the whole thing when they're trying.
That's crazy.
But there's like polar bears, like wolves,
What?
like it was crazy. I loved it. It was so much fun. That's my favorite part. And the Niagara Falls is gorgeous. But they're like, really, it was kind of two different, like in the same trip. It's like Toronto's just like, you're exploring the city.
Yeah.
And that's how I imagine like New York City, I guess, would be like, where you're just like walking around. You go to like Chinatown, all that stuff.
Exactly.
The Niagara Falls was more about like enjoying the falls. And like our like hotel room had a window where you like looked out. But it was really pretty. Where was your
It's awesome. Last
trip?
time was spring break in Colorado.
Nice. How's that?
Yeah, that was super nice. It was my first time out west.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine I was super excited. Because being in Florida, you don't see mountains. You don't see any elevation at all. And we were up like 6,000, 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
So it's like completely different. We were skiing, just in the snow, just having fun, enjoying all the little places. Because where I was visiting was Carrie's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a small town. So everything's like super cute. Food's really good. And it's just like a whole different setting.
Yeah. The West seems so
nice.
beautiful.
The West, yeah.
How are you at skiing?
I was good. I don't think I was bad at all. I definitely improved a lot within those 3 days that I was able to ski.
Skiing is just kind of expensive,
It's really expensive.
which stinks because it's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's one of those things that's fun because you go and you do it all day,
Yeah, for sure. And you don't get tired of it if you enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, by the third day, I had to tap out early because my body was like
Just
so
not
tired.
having
Like,
it.
Like I was like making these cuts and turns, and my body, like I could feel my legs. Like if I were to do this one more time, they would not be able to make the turn.
That's funny because like
Because I got so tired.
in falling when you're skiing, like your body, I don't know. So I know like two people that have like torn their ACLs
Yeah.
skiing,
Interesting.
which is like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because like I tore my ACL, and when I went skiing, like over winter break, I wore like my like big brace that cost so much money. But I wore that, and when I'd fall, like the skis are so long that like they like if one hits the ground a certain way, you're not like flipping it around. Like one leg's gonna fall one way, the other falls that way, and then you like
That's the worst. You get in so many uncomfortable like positions when you fall.
Yeah. So but oh man, yeah, skiing was so much fun the day I went. I would go again.
So much fun. Yeah, I'd easily go again.
Yeah. So Colorado, I guess we're going.
Yeah, whenever you want, I'm down.
Yeah. I really want to go. I want to go to Peru. So I went to Costa Rica, and that was a lot of fun. But I've seen like recently, I don't know why, I've seen a lot of pictures of like Machu Picchu and stuff, and it looks just so beautiful.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've never been, but I have a lot of friends who travel a lot.
Yeah.
And they've all been, and it's like wild, the stories and the pictures.
Yeah, so that's somewhere. Oh, I would love to go there. Costa Rica was fun. I just want to go somewhere, and I feel like being stuck inside is
makes
just,
you even want it even more.
And you see all these, and like Italy looks so beautiful. Like I would love to go anywhere in Europe, probably.
Oh, anywhere.
And I'm talking like this, but like I really haven't traveled that much at all, other than I went to Costa Rica, and then I went to Toronto, and that's all within like the last, literally
6 months.
Wait, no, it was all within the last year.
Yeah.
It was like I went in August, and then I went again in December.
But I feel like locally you've been around a good amount. Like,
I guess. I mean,
like nearby states and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, because going backpacking and stuff did that. But like,
Exactly.
I don't know. I would love to travel. I want to travel more within the U.S. I want to go out west. I feel like I would love to live out west. So
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, but I feel like you have to travel. Yeah, road trip.
That'd be fun.
Do that. I've been to D.C. though, and I would
DC
love to
is
go
super
back
nice.
to D.C.
DC's really
Have you been there?
Yeah, I went to DC on a family trip.
Oh, true. You've told me that.
What did we do there?
Well, like all of them.
We did like the typical DC stuff,
Yeah.
which is like the museums and all of that, like all of like history.
And all the museums are, I'm pretty sure, free.
Yeah, they are free, which is like super good.
So like doing those.
It's really just pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Prettier.
You know, like going to like Mount Vernon, going to like you know, we had a tour of the Capitol. We went, you know, just like my favorite thing I think was going to like those historic like the graves, or like we went to is it Ford Theater or wherever Abe Lincoln was shot. Yeah. We went to the place where he died. We went to, you know, his estate. We went to Thomas Jefferson's estate, like Monticello. Like those are my favorite, and it's just also
it's crazy like how much history you get to learn and stuff.
I just get chills just knowing like other like people that are that important, like have been there, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would love to go back there.
I think DC would be nice to go. I think my next place would be probably more out west, California.
Me too. I want to go to San Francisco so bad.
Same.
I want to go to, because I want to go, they have like boat tours to like Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
And that would be, I mean like it's abandoned, but like it's still, that would be insane.
That's so, like, that's really good.
The Golden Gate Bridge is out there too. But LA would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think California just has a lot. Like, I would love to go there. I don't know about living there, but like touring would be amazing.
It'd be super nice to go there.
But also just Colorado, exploring Colorado, Utah.
Beautiful. Like we flew in. Well, we went from Texas to the super tiny airport. That's like. This thing was like super tiny. Like I don't even know how to explain how tiny this airport was.
Like one airplane could land and turn around, and
it was basically like, I want to say, like just this like unit.
Oh my god!
Like that's it.
That's not a lot.
And like not 2 stories. And it was just like really small. And then that was like a hour and a half drive to where they lived, which is like a little more isolated. There's just so much nature. There's so many animals, and like you just don't see that here, you know? And that's just amazing. So Easter was this weekend.
That was like perfect.
And I don't know about you, but my Easter was really slow. I know you were out, so it was probably a lot more fun. Not that mine wasn't fun.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Just saying. I've been social distancing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You're like better than me.
Yeah. So, Carrie just came over. We made pizza. We just like spent some time together. Ate a lot of candy. She did this really cute thing where she like, I had like a bunch of work to do, and I was doing work, and she came over, and she was like, just stay in your room. And I was like, okay, like I'm doing my work. So I was just doing my work, and she, I guess, like hid like 12 eggs in this apartment, in this room.
Like really well?
Yeah, like pretty well, because I was like, it took me a while to find them. And I like refused for her to do like hot and cold with me, because I was like, I can find them myself. Like I don't need anybody's help.
Dang.
I'm an independent man.
Yeah.
So I did that, and that was really good. Also, I don't eat candy often. And candy's really good, so I kind of splurged. So yeah. What about you?
True. Well, I spent it with Gabby's family. And we had like a little brunch. Again, it wasn't like that big, but I feel like that's just because of this whole like coronavirus thing. You know, you can't have people over, or like you're not supposed to, and you know, so it's just all like smaller, a lot more casual. For sure. Her like little cousin did like a little Easter egg hunt, and I was I was laughing though, because you know, I was like, you know, it was just him.
Yeah.
Because she has like another he has like a little brother that just was born in January, I think. But I was joking. I was like, you know, when I was like his age, you know, like I was like freaking drop kicking my siblings to like get these eggs, you know, like he doesn't know what he's in for when his like little brother's like a little older.
Yeah, he's older. He can actually comprehend.
Because he was like out there like, and like all the attention's on him, so he's like running around, and then
everyone's probably like, oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, but you know, he's like, oh, look, guys, I found more eggs over here. And I'm like, you don't know.
That's funny. That's funny because we're both, like, middle children, and we're both, like, we know what it's like to have, like, siblings.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being, like, an only sibling.
That'd be so sad, especially, like, for Easter and, like, just family events, like Christmas, and it's just, like, You and your parents.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, geez, these people again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You also get more gifts. I don't know.
That is true. That wouldn't be that bad, right? And you won't have to, and you wouldn't have to spend as much on other people.
That's true.
So now we both wish we were only children.
I don't know about that. I'm okay with how it is.
Yeah. Oh. No, but no, yeah, it was good. I mean, it was like you said, it was just relaxing, and it was calm. I'm trying to think. We didn't do much. I mean, the weather was actually really nice that day. We went on a walk to like in downtown Dunedin.
Nice.
You know, like on the water and watched the sunset. So
Classic.
yeah, so just hung out. It was a fun time, but it's just a weird Easter, you know.
Yeah, it is weird because like typically like I don't know about your Easters, but mine are usually like family all day, and then we're usually just together. We don't do anything like specific. Like we might do like an egg hunt for like Lorenzo, but he's like older now. So it's usually more like we'll prepare something, you know, food wise special, or we'll like go out to like a park. You know, we'll just spend time together and like do some like just really like relaxing, nice stuff. Being locked in kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's funny though that you say, because you're like, oh, we would do like an Easter egg hunt for like Lorenzo, but now he's older. Like we did Easter egg hunts up until a couple years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the idea was that, because I'm trying to think of how old I would have been. I don't like probably like once since I've come to college, we haven't really done
that makes
any.
sense.
But like at the same time, I have like, you know, younger sisters, and then my youngest sister was probably like, I guess 11 or 12 or something like that when we stopped doing the stuff. So I mean, she wasn't like really like too old for it, but like we definitely were. But it was like I don't know, it was still fun because then it just like it was more because when you're younger, you would like. I don't know, you just run around like aimlessly, but like when you're like when you're like old, like you're just freaking like running and like pushing your siblings out of the way and stuff. But the most annoying part was that every year it would be like like the youngest, it'd go youngest to oldest, right? And we'd like so Cheyenne would go, we'd wait like 15 seconds, and then Jessica, then 15, then me, then 15, then Lewis, and like. So at a certain point though, like Cheyenne didn't need like any, like maybe she needed like a little bit, but like there's no way I should have been going 15 seconds before Lewis, and like Jessica should have been going 15 seconds before me, because like
you all are like
like there's no way, and then Cheyenne would like win, like have the most Easter eggs, and then she would like gloat, and we'd be like, you had like a minute head start on Lewis and I, like what are you talking about? And she'd like win by like 2 or 3 eggs.
Dang.
Yeah. And then, like, they started letting, like, Lewis and I out at the same time. And I was like, what? That's not fair. Like, you're letting Cheyenne have this head start.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Dang.
But it's funny because I tell people, like, that we, like, kept doing them. And they were like, what? And I'm like.
I feel like it's a good way to, like, first of all, have fun on Easter.
Yeah.
And also to just be, like, a little more young. Because, like, you get old and, like, you stop doing things that you would do.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like,
and it's like, why? Like, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Why do you have a problem with it? You know?
Yeah. Like, it's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, but usually, and then like you said, we'd like have like a Easter dinner or like a lunch, like an early dinner, late lunch. That was always good. But yeah, so I mean, kind of miss that, but it's crazy, man. Now it's like so intense where you just can't go out and see people, so also, then you're just stuck inside.
I didn't realize there was like I'm not gonna call it an order, but like something issued saying that like you should use masks and stuff like when you go out. I was reading that the other day.
You know, it's funny.
Like, I don't have a mask.
Yeah, well, that and like so, like Gabby was telling me. Or not me, because I wasn't really asking, but she was like telling her like family, but like so all these people, right? They're like out there like wearing gloves and wearing masks, but the idea is that like it's making it worse for them, right? So like if they're wearing gloves and they go and they touch the handle of the door, right, to open the door, then they go and they grab the cart, right? So like say the coronavirus was on like the door. Yeah, exactly. So now they're touching that door, and then they're touching the cart. So now whatever was on the door is now going to be on the cart. Like,
and then everything they touch in the
yeah.
store,
So then they go to the fruit, and then they start piling through fruit, and they like grab that, right? So if they didn't, so if they didn't have the coronavirus, right? First of all, they're putting it like on their fruit now. You know, like they're cross-contaminating everything.
For sure.
And then, it's like making it worse. And then they're touching other things that like, so say the employees go and they clean all the carts, clean the handle, but they're not going to go and wipe an orange down.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
So then someone's going to come in and grab that orange, and because some idiot was wearing gloves. Yeah, exactly. So like,
I was thinking about that the other day.
it's recommended, but you also can't be like an idiot, you know, and or else you're screwed. But
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things is just like
the smart people will survive this.
Yeah, because like the glove thing, like gloves are meant to be like used and then tossed.
Yeah, literally,
You know
you use it, toss it once you touch something.
But
use
like,
it, toss.
In a situation like this, like I feel like
I don't know
I
how.
want to say that it makes like more harm, because like you're kind of spreading it, but like, you would be anyways with your hands.
Like if you use gloves perfectly, then yes.
Yeah.
It would help, but
like you can't carry around like 1,000 gloves. I mean, you could.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know.
And then the same thing with the masks. Like if you wear the mask somewhere, come home, take it off. You can't put the mask back on. You have to put a new mask on.
You
but
should,
like
wash it or whatever.
Yeah, and like certain masks are better. Like certain masks literally aren't doing anything, and then like expensive masks are the ones that are like helpful.
Yeah.
But no one's gonna buy a bunch of expensive masks, so they're just gonna wear the one mask over and over.
Well, the thing that I saw was from like what is it? The Surgeon General.
Yeah.
And it was like, first of all, there was like a DIY video now that like how to make your own mask, which is like I thought just kind of funny, but I'm just trying to bring light to the situation. So I was like laughing, but it's interesting because I'm pretty sure it's just made out of like t-shirt cloth material.
Yeah.
But it does say that like it only helps with you not spreading it, not for you getting it.
Nice. So like, yeah, if you have coronavirus, which means you should be staying inside and not contacting anyone. So
exactly.
I feel like that's just stupid, hypocritical. Surgeon General.
Oh,
you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kidding.
We're appointing Surgeon General.
Yeah. Send that to the bank. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I guess back to Easter.
Yeah, back to Easter.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's sad, man. But what, like, I don't know. Like, so you guys have like a tradition of doing things, or like, is it like kind of different every year, or what?
No, it's pretty similar. Like around this time, like early April, my mom will usually get like Easter decorations out and stuff. And then on Easter, we'll usually go to church in the morning, and then we'll just like come back, breakfast, Easter egg hunt. Yeah, I'd say we have something like already in mind, you know?
True. Yeah, because we do too. I don't know. I'm a guy of like, I really like tradition, and I like things being consistent, I guess. So I hate when things are like changed up. And that's, I guess, something that, you know, like growing up with like Christmas and stuff, it was like a little weirder to start getting, I guess, less gifts than like other people, or like when like they're like, oh, we're gonna do this instead this year. It's like, what? Like that sucks.
Like, why would you?
But yeah, Easter I feel like stays the same.
Consistent.
Yeah, and I don't know. When I'm older, I don't know. I wouldn't change anything. Like, I want my kids to be like Easter egg hunting until they're like whenever they want to stop, man.
Excited, you know? I want my children to be as lively as they can.
Like, I want it to be like people like shoving people over, you know, like.
You're out here shoving your own kids over.
Yeah, like I want to be able to play too, you know?
Yeah.
Like I have like my 3-year-old like out there, I'm like picking him up, throwing him into the pool, running over, but I don't know, like
that'd be fun.
I wouldn't really change anything. I think that I would continue to do all of this and do Easter egg hunts. Like in the Easter eggs, you can have like if you find like there could be like bad eggs too, you know, and then like in the egg like it's like a dare or something.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, or like placement, like you get last, you have to do the dishes, like you do this,
like you know, make it more interesting.
The kids would be like, no, I hate that. Exactly. I'm making my 5-year-old do like all the dishes from like after Easter.
Doesn't even know how to do dishes.
He's like, what? He's just like putting them like back away instead of doing them.
Gosh.
But
it's good parenting.
I know. I'm a pro. I'm a pro already. I have 3 on the way.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah, 3, all with different men.
That makes too much sense now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know. What's your favorite food for Easter? I guess it could be like snack or like main dish or like candy. Cause like I love jelly beans.
So like there's these like little like umbrella. Have you seen their chocolates? And they're like disguised. They're not actually umbrellas, but they're little like carrots, and they're like little cone shaped like that. And then they're just these like really good chocolates. Really? I don't know where my mom gets them, but Lorenzo loves them, and they're really just so good.
True.
But those are probably my favorite candy. But honestly, I'm big on breakfast, so I like a really good breakfast.
True. So do you do so is it usually like a breakfast or like a brunch or like what do you?
It's I would say like a brunch, but then we like push lunch a little bit back. But my idea of brunch is usually more breakfast than it is lunch.
True. Yeah, because we usually do. It's like a late lunch, so we usually have like ham and stuff, and like I love like the honey baked ham. That it's like the same, I guess, that we have for like Christmas, but like it's so good. And then my favorite candy, I love like jelly beans, and I guess that's kind of the main candy for. Not like the gross, like big, because they have like the big, you know, like almost round.
I just know the little jelly beans.
Yeah, like I love like the Starburst jelly beans, or like the ones that have like not like a sour flavor, but
there's
like
a sour like bag mix. Those are good.
Yeah,
I had those recently,
and the Easter eggs that Carrie hid.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, so I mean, those are.
I've been converted. I like candy now.
Yeah, the other day he was like, "Oh, Hunter, name a bunch." Because I have like a sweet tooth, so he's like, "Name a bunch of candies." So I started naming them. He's like, "No, and I'm like, "Oh, geez." And then he's like, "Wow, you weren't much of a help." I was like, "Bro, I named like 50. You just liked like 2 of them." Oh man.
Still was able to name them all.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like have like a list and I just cross them all off, and you're like, "You're bad." I'm like, "Bro, I named every single candy known to man."
You're just reading off like Wikipedia's list.
Yeah, start reading like German candies, you know, like Spanish candies.
Dang.
But oh man.
Aren't the little Kinder eggs?
German. Yeah, those are so good. And then I love the Ferrero Rocher or whatever. Those are yeah.
Kinder has like another bar that's like longer. It's like it looks like a regular candy bar. Those are so good.
That's true. I was gonna say, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Well, thanks guys. I guess that's kind of all we had for today. We just want to make sure we leave enough to talk about for the rest of our lives on our podcast.
We don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
That'd be dangerous.
But so make sure to like and subscribe. Our YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know why I'm like thinking so hard. On
Twitter,
the Ride.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. They're all On the Ride Pod. On Facebook, you just can look up On the Ride Podcast.
You'll find us there.
Yeah, we're finishing up our intro. Thanks. We could plug Jack if you.
Shout out to Jack Pittman.
Yeah.
You guys can find him at jpittman98 on Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll hear it soon.
He wrote our intro like beat or
he produced,
sound.
mixed our entire intro.
And it sounds dope. So we're gonna get that out.
So good. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we gotta work on that.
So we'll work on that intro.
And hopefully we have all these posted by like the end of April.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would be like a big.
We might have a few other ones out to this, but our goal is to get 4 out before anything. And you might be blessed and have more than that. Yeah. But
we hope so.
Because all we're waiting on now is, I guess, we're gonna have to edit the intro.
Yeah. Now it's just editing.
Yeah. So
super excited. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, and until next time, peace out.
See you guys.
Nice.
That was a good rap. I feel like that was like one of our better raps.
What do you mean?
Like ending.
Oh yeah, it was smoother
Like we
for
ended
sure.
it smoother than some other time.
For sure.
Oh my.
Yeah, which is just like
I feel like just us doing more. We get better at it.
I look at your phone and it's like
It's not even on.
yeah.
Both of our phones are dead.
Oh god.
Honestly, it wouldn't be terrible if both of our phones are dead.